Introduction. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, commonly known as NATO, is an intergovernmental military alliance comprising of 30 North American and European countries. This organization was formed to protect its member countries against any potential threat, including any military aggression from Russia. NATO and Russia have had a complex relationship since the end of the Cold War, and missile defense has played an important role in this relationship. Missile defense refers to the use of interceptors to destroy incoming missiles before they reach their targets. This technology has been developed to counter the threat of nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction. In the context of NATO-Russia deterrence, missile defense has been a contentious issue that has been the source of much debate between the two sides. The history of missile defense in NATO-Russia relations. The history of missile defense in NATO-Russia relations can be traced back to the early 1980s when the United States deployed Pershing II missiles in Europe. The deployment of these missiles was considered a strategic threat to the Soviet Union at the time. In response, the Soviet Union developed new missile technology that could evade missile defense systems, creating what is known as the Mutual Assured Destruction (MAD) doctrine. The MAD doctrine states that a full-scale nuclear war between two countries that possess nuclear weapons would result in the complete destruction of both sides. Therefore, both NATO and Russia have relied on nuclear deterrence as a way to prevent such a scenario. Missile defense, on the other hand, has been seen as a destabilizing factor in this balance of power. The European Phased Adaptive Approach, EPAA. In 2010, the United States launched the European Phased Adaptive Approach, EPAA, a missile defense system designed to protect Europe from potential missile threats. The system consists of land-based missile defense interceptors and is intended to be deployed in 4 phases by 2020. Russia has expressed concerns about the EPAA, claiming that it undermines the strategic balance of power and could be used to neutralize its nuclear arsenal. Russia has also stated that the EPAA would create a new arms race between the United States and Russia. However, NATO officials have argued that the EPAA is not directed against Russia and that it is purely defensive. They have also expressed a willingness to cooperate with Russia on missile defense issues, but Russia has remained skeptical of these overtures. The role of missile defense in NATO-Russia deterrence. The role of missile defense in NATO-Russia deterrence is complex and multifaceted. On the one hand, missile defense is seen as a way to protect NATO member countries from potential missile attacks, thereby enhancing deterrence against Russia. On the other hand, Russia views missile defense as a threat to its strategic interests and has responded by developing new missile technology. In addition, missile defense has the potential to alter the balance of power in the region by weakening Russia's nuclear deterrent. This, in turn, could lead to a new arms race between the United States and Russia, which would be detrimental to global stability. Conclusion. In conclusion, missile defense has played an important role in NATO-Russia deterrence for several decades. The history of missile defense in NATO-Russia relations has been marked by mutual suspicion and distrust, as both sides view missile defense as a threat to their strategic interests. The European Phased Adaptive Approach has been a particular point of contention in these relations, with Russia viewing the system as a threat to its nuclear deterrent. Ultimately, the role of missile defense in NATO-Russia deterrence is complex and multifaceted, and any attempt to address this issue will require cooperation and trust building between the two sides.